My name is Thomas Dale, and I own Homefront Financial Services. I'm about to show you how I get money. You can get money for real estate or magic beans or whatever. People that want access to capital for business purposes, or just for anything. I've just found a way to do it myself, and I just want to give you an explanation of who I am and why I'm doing this. This is a project we're doing where we have pools of homes where we're always looking for investors and people with money, and I always have people. I'll give you all this information in a second. I just want to let you know I'm not somebody who's in the business of helping people get money. I'm looking for people that maybe want to do joint ventures with me on real estate projects. If that's not you, that's fine too. Just take this information from a first-hand account. I just saw it work. I just saw somebody get $160,000 in like literally 3 days, and I've heard of people doing this before, and I never believed it. Just sounded like BS to me, and I had somebody kind of offer to do it for free in return for what I'm doing now, and it worked, and it was amazing. And I'm just going to tell you what it is, and for what it's worth. You guys might be in the magic bean business. I don't really know. I just, if you happen to be in real estate, I'll give you my information in a minute. That'd be great. If not, this, I just want to go through my experience and show you what happened here, because it's a no risk chance to get, access to money that, God, I wish I would have saw this years ago. All it is, it's not rocket science. It's a combination of credit lines and some credit cards. So it's a combination of those things. They average around 20. We've got some for 35. 20s I'd say the low end, but you get a combination of those, and you can do whatever. It's unlike a credit card or a credit you might be thinking about. If you want it to be cash, it can be cash, and because you have several of them, you can some have this balance transfer, some have that, and they show you how to do all this to where, you really are paying very reasonable rates compared to what I'm used to, anywhere from 5 to 10% on the money you use. If you go out and get these credit lines and don't ever use them, then you don't, it's just like a credit card you don't use. It doesn't cost you anything, or a credit line you don't withdraw from. But some people, they're starting a business, they're starting a salon, who knows what they're starting. They're trying to get into real estate. This is a way to get money. The compensation that is charged from is 8%. So if you raise $100,000, or if they get $100,000 for you, you pay 8%, which is you get $92,000 and you have $8,000 on your different credit lines, and they do it in such a way where it's probably at 0%, but don't quote me on it. I don't know, but that's what they do. And I know people think that might sound like a lot. The first people I talked to was 15%, and that just sounds like a lot. But now that I'm paying money, the actual interest on hard money loans and stuff like that, that's not a big deal because it's a one-time fee, and the stuff that they do to do it is crazy. They know 70 different banks. They have to go in a certain order. They look at your certain credit profile, and they go to this bank, then that bank, and this bank goes with this bureau and that bureau, and there's a whole order. I'm convinced you can't just go out and just get this kind of stuff without somebody who is extremely, the person that does this, they actually call it's a lady. They call her Neo because she's like, it takes a long time to learn how to do it. It's completely worth it, but that's, in my opinion, if you are trying to find cash. The way the process works, is you got to first just, if you don't have a 700 credit score, this probably isn't even for you. You need to find someone with a 700 credit score just to get over the first hump. But you basically, there's a way to apply without even having your credit pulled, no inquiry, and you don't even have to get off your social. So I know a lot of times people don't want to do that. I'll show you in a second how we did it to where you don't even put your identity at any risk. You can figure out yes or no, do they want to do it, and you still, like, if they just say yes, they give you an estimate, I can give you 100,000, then you say yes, then you sign a contract, then they do it. So you actually have a risk-free way to check it without even getting an inquiry. And the other cool thing they do at the end is kind of give you a little game plan. Here are your accounts. This one is like this, and this account, a little instruction manual, like you're best to charge this account and then balance transfer it off to this other account with a 3% balance transfer and no fee. They walk you through all that, so, that's what they do for their money. The people that can qualify, basically, you got to have at least a 700 score, but I've seen people with 720 that it's not just that. You got to have, which the word she used was deep credit. And the way I think grandmas seem to get the most cash, I put that in there because the people that have had credit for a while, that aren't maxed out, that have over a 700 score and that are paying their bills, they are the ones who are getting the 200 grand. But you really, what the heck, you have a risk-free chance of figuring it out. A lot of times people with good credit are rightfully worried about inquiries, even though they might cost you 2 points. But this isn't even an inquiry. I'll show you how they would do it without an inquiry in a second here. Well, basically, that's what we do. We go to creditchecktotal.com. It's a site that we're not affiliated with or whatever. If you have a different site that you use, you can use it. You sign up here and you get a copy of your credit report and you can submit it to us. It doesn't contain social, it doesn't contain date of birth, and they will come back with an estimate. This is what we think we can do. Do you want to move forward, yes or no? When you get that information, you can upload it here, like upload the actual file, and that's basically it. A lot of this is just dust in the wind. It doesn't matter if we can't get you finance, or if they can't get you any money, then what's it matter? You first go through those steps and they tell you what they think you can do, or what they think. They give you an estimate. It's never like rock solid, but it's always pretty close, and you can decide from there if you want to move forward. This is the site you go to. You log on. I actually have lied to you. There is a $1 fee right now at this time. They charge you $1, and then you know how they do. It's they charge you $1. Again, if you have another site you can go to, you can do it too, as long as you follow the steps I show you. But this is just one I know is only $1, so you can cancel, and that's all you'll pay. You get a copy of your credit report, which when you go to, it'll look like this. I'm not going to scroll all the way to the top because you'll see the person's name, but that's all they have. They know just by looking at this and all these little green squares and all this number, and they add all this up. They can tell just by this, within give or take 10% what they can get you. I mean, that's how good they are. I mean, and there are people that come through that I think look great, and they weren't that good, and people that think they're not good and can get a whole bunch more. But this is what all they need. The way you can do this is some people just give them the login. If you want to do, that's fine. People that are technically savvy can do just this. It's pretty simple. If you go up to the top, printable report, you can actually print a report. It'll come out looking like this. And what I do, I'm in Google Chrome. I just go to, I'm changing the type of printer to just save as PDF. Your thing might be different. We're not offering tech support. If you don't know how to do this, I would find somebody smart to do it, or just give them your login or whatever. Some people are different. But you get that stuff submitted, they will get back to you in 24 hours and just say, look, we can do this much. If you like it, then you move forward. So you get all the way to that point without actually committing to anything other than just, going through this and figuring out, how to get this part of it done. So if you want to do it, I'd fill out the form below. You'll kind of go in the system. You'll get an email with these same type of instructions. You already know what to do. You already know the websites. You want to replay the video. Again, if you're somebody, back to a more self-serving thing, if you're somebody who is interested in real estate, whether it's getting into our pools of homes, we buy homes in a pool. Everybody owns some of the house, and this is access to good money. We also offer people just 20%. If you're borrowing it at 5% and we're paying you 20% of the money that we're using, some people just do that. That's called like a credit partner. But if you're somebody who wants to get invested in real estate and doesn't have money, I strongly suggest you do this. And if you're interested in any joint venture type programs, you can contact me here. I'm not somebody to contact about this. I don't know. I can't tell you how to print a report or review a report. This isn't my deal. This is just kind of what I'm doing to help someone else. And I don't mind sharing something that's awesome that worked. So if you like it, fill out the form below, and they'll give you. You'll get this information in an email. And if you're interested at all, and I can help you out, please fill this out. Thank you very much. Good luck with your business plan.